Hello and welcome. The equation on the board may look quite complex, but there's a very easy way to solve it. Let us start with a substitution. Now let us call the quadratic expression inside the brackets y. So this is y and this is also y. Now we have that x squared minus 3x minus 2 is equal to y. And from the original equation, you can see that y squared minus 3y. Now let us move from the right hand side over to the left hand side. Of course, plus 2 becomes minus 2 and we are left with x on the right hand side. Now you can see that we have a system of two symmetric simultaneous equations. To solve these equations, let us subtract the second equation from the first equation. Now, on the left-hand side, we have x squared minus y squared. We have minus 3x minus 3y. That is minus 3x plus 3y. Then we have minus 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. And on the right hand side, we have y minus x. Now let us move these two terms over to the left hand side. When we do that, we have x squared minus y squared minus 3x plus 3y plus x minus y is equal to 0. Now let us try and factorize this expression on the left hand side. Now here we have the difference of two squares, and you know how we factorize the difference of two squares. We can factorize this as x minus y times x plus y. Now when you look at these two terms, you're going to see a common factor, which is 3. So we have minus 3 into minus 3x divided by minus 3 is going to give us x. 3y divided by minus 3 is going to give us minus y. And of course, we can group this as x minus y, and everything is equal to 0. Now let us look at these two terms. Here we have minus 3 times x minus y, and here we have plus 1 times x minus y. These two are exactly the same. And of course, you know that minus 3 plus 1 is equal to minus 2. So on the left-hand side of this equation, we have x minus y times x plus y. Then minus 2 times x minus y. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, when you look at these two terms, you'll also see a common factor, which is x minus y. So we can further factorize. We have x minus y into, when you divide this term by x minus y, that is this, you are left with x plus y. And when you divide this term by x minus y, you are left with minus 2. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, our factorization is complete. And from here, you can see that either x minus y is equal to 0 or x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. From here, we have that x is equal to y. While from here, we have that y is equal to 2 minus x. And now that we have these two linear relationships between x and y, we can go back to our substitution. Of course, we have that x squared minus 3x minus 2 is equal to y. But in the first case, we have that y is equal to x. So this is equal to x. And in the second case, we have that x squared minus 3x minus 2 is equal to y. But in this case, y is equal to 2 minus x. So here we have 2 minus x. So to find all the values of x that satisfy this equation, all we need to do is to solve these two quadratic equations. Now, in the first case, when we rearrange this equation, we have x squared minus 3x minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Minus 3x minus x is minus 4x. So here we have x squared minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now, we cannot solve this quadratic equation by the factorization method. So let us use the completing the square method. Already the coefficient of x squared is 1. So the next step is to move this constant term over to the right hand side. Now when we do that, we have x squared minus 4x is equal to 2. Now the next thing we are going to do is to divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it and add to both sides of this equation to complete the square on the left hand side. When we do that, we have x squared minus 4x plus, now the coefficient of x is minus 4. Minus 4 divided by 2 is minus 2. So we will add minus 2 squared. Here we have 2 plus minus 2 squared is 4. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take 1x and we take 1 minus 2. We square, and this is equal to 2 plus 4, which is 6. And of course, the last step to solving this quadratic equation is to take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 6. And of course, when we add 2 to both sides of this equation, it is easy to see that x is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 6. So we have two values of x from here. Now to solve the second quadratic equation, let us start by rearranging the equation. We have x squared minus 3x plus x is equal to 2 plus 2. Minus 3x plus x is minus 2x. So we have x squared minus 2x is equal to 4. Now we cannot solve this quadratic equation by factorization. So once more, let us solve it by completing the square method. The coefficient of x squared is 1 already, and the constant term is on the right hand side already. So the next thing we do is to divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it and add to both sides of this equation to complete the square on the left hand side. When we do that, we have x squared minus 2x plus, now half of minus 2 is minus 1 squared. This is equal to 4 plus minus 1 squared is 1. Now this is a perfect square. So we take 1x and we take 1 minus 1 and we square, and this is equal to 4 plus 1, which is 5. And of course, the next step to solving this equation is to take square root of both sides of the equation. When we do that, we have that x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 5. And of course, when we add 1 to both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 5. And finally, now we have all the 4 values of x that satisfy this nested quadratic equation. We have that x is equal to 1 plus root 5. X is equal to 1 minus root 5. X is equal to 2 plus root 6. And x is equal to 2 minus root 6. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more tutorials here.